Shakur expressed that he still feels like Gervonta Tank Davis won't retire. Obviously, there was a situation that has happened with him and Jake Paul. And
Yeah.
now that's not happening. Now reports saying that the replacement's going to be Anthony Joshua. I
Yeah.
mean, what do you think? Do you feel like Tank will end up fighting Shakur before the time is? A lot of people saying, hey, now that this huge bag has it, he missed out on it. Now he's gonna need those type of Shakur Stevenson's type of a bags nowadays. What do you think?
Yeah, for certainly. But if this guy doesn't have um he doesn't have the substance of a great champion, so whether he fights Shakur or not, I don't know, Um and that's just it. I think right now, I think we just need to stop worrying about Tank right now. He's not trying to put himself in a position to excel as much as everybody believes in him that he could or that he should. And so we just need to just leave Tank alone. Obviously he's going through something. He has a mental problem. Anybody that throws away $30 million plus, over abroad, it's got to be, out of their rabbit ass mind. You feel me? Got to be very insecure or, something like that, as a report say. He hasn't come out and said that, he slapped his mama, or, she fucked his best friend, or she stole his money, or she did something that could possibly make a fella wig out in a certain situation. So until I know this full background about why he would do something stupid like that, he's an idiot, and I think we need to just let him be. And I think he takes pride. From what I've seen, he's not really, just from my observation, which I'm just saying, I don't know, but he's not a humble guy in the sense that, knowing he's a superstar, he's taking advantage of his superstardom. Like I say, with the build up, they were saying how he wasn't showing up to the and I've heard reports from Netflix how he wasn't showing up to the engagements on time. He just not really friendly with the crews. He's not really, excuse me, he's not really helping along with the promotion. And when you got a guy like that, that's a problem child. He's too much of a diva, or you know what I'm saying, and that's just bad for business. I'm not saying that a guy can't have standards and things that you know ticks and phobias and everything that makes him a superstar. But come on now, it seems like the things he's doing is far fetched and just out of line and unnecessary. And when you're doing things like that, you just got to pay them guys no mind. It's other people that make money off of, and Tank ain't the end all to be all. So until he stop smelling his own shit, I think we just need to let him go. Shakur is on his own trajectory. He's fighting Tiafimo, who was a big name. Hasn't looked spectacular, but he do owns the lineal championship. And Shakur is Shakur, so Shakur can make his name by fighting these good guys. This is not a lot of superstars, so he can fight the Matthiases, he can fight the Gary Russell Juniors, or he can fight Lamont Roaches and everything, and just keep building on his legacy.
Mm. I like it. Now, they were saying that the ticket sales weren't selling. Do you feel like, the replacement with Anthony Joshua, do you think that would make a change? I mean, that people were complaining about the size difference between the two from Jake and Tank, but this time we're going to have a bigger man versus, Jake Paul and a former, unified champion at that.
And they're gonna put the cuffs on him. It's gonna be because Anthony Joshua gonna knock motherfucking this fella out. Anthony Joshua want to knock him out, man. Come on, bro. Ain't no that man can't whoop no Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he lost them fights. He lost. He was just outclassed by Usyk. He didn't really take no bad, or he did get knocked out by Dubois. He did get stopped by Dubois. They did stop the Dubois, but hell, he was running after him like a Brahma bull. He hurt the man and went in there with his hands down and got caught. You know what I'm saying? And he is chinny, but he's much more sharper than Jake Paul. He's not going to be that way with Jake Paul. He's going to be able to beat him with a jab. Jake Paul has nothing to offer Anthony Joshua. If he lost to Tommy Fury, and I don't think he's got any better, he's not going to beat Anthony Joshua. Joshua, like I say, he hasn't took no serious punishment. He haven't took no beatings. The fights he lost, he hasn't took no beatings, and they're going to have to put handcuffs on Joshua. There's no way he's going to beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, gonna be an exhibition. Has to be.
Even in the exhibition, that where, like I'm saying, it's gonna be clear who wins. And if
Hmm.
Joshua has his hands tied, you know what I mean. Well, you know what I'm saying. That's it. But Joshua really can't afford to do that. Well, I guess he can. You know, them UK guys, they keep fluffing all the money behind them, and you know, I would say that he shouldn't look like he lost the fight and where they not gonna nobody raise their hand. You know, he should look like he wins the fight because they do raise somebody's hand, right? They do give somebody a winner in the exhibition though.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
a
don't even
different
know how
thing.
it's an exhibition if somebody gets their hand raised. I don't even know how that's an exhibition, but so like I said, but is it bring Anthony Joshua? He got a lot of fans. Jake Paul brings his own fandom, so they're gonna tune in to watch Jake Paul, and it's all on Jake Paul. It's all about how good he looks. Whether he loses or not, it's all about how he looks and how is he um, progressing as a fighter because he's obviously he don't have that much experience, and now he's fighting a guy, a two-time world champion like Anthony Joshua, a gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, bro. So he got a built-in excuse. It's like with everything he's been doing, a built-in excuse, and it's just a money grab. It's just a money grab. It's purely for entertainment.